Sanam Aloha. So today I want to talk about the new moon that's coming up. The new moon weekend, which I did a video on before. It's activating the 24th gate, so you want to watch that for this weekend. But I also wanted to talk about Mercury. Okay, so we're going to talk about Mercury moving into the 21st gate and what that means for this weekend, and it's a really good tie-in with this new moon energy. So here's what we're going to go over. We're going to go over the 21st gate, the gate of control. We're going to the Stag medicine. That's the totem animal for the 21st gate. And then we'll talk about the Life Force Treasury, and this is the 21 and the 45 channel. Robbery and Looting, and then guidance for this new moon weekend, and then the Phoenix Fractal reading, Twin Flame message, and Human Design messages. Okay, so let's talk about Mercury. So Mercury's moving into the 21. You can see that up there, right here. So this is exactly when it's moving into. It's moving in tonight. How many hours? Like about 5 hours maybe from this recording on Friday, April 25th. So Mercury's in the 21 there. You can see it there. And you can see that it's activating this channel. So you've got the throat chakra, the throat center defined with the willpower center here. And that's because Jupiter is in the 45, right? So this gets activated. So this is going to go until April 30th. Okay, so this is the gate 21. It's the gene key 21, and this is the sacred masculine. So the shadow is control, power struggles, domination, submission dynamics, domination, submission dynamics. And the gift is authority and healthy embodied leadership, right? So it's a healthy masculine gate. This is also the wounded father gate, the wounded father gate. So those with an absent or controlling father often inherit distorted ideas of power, right? Because the father teaches you about power. So I mentioned this before in my previous videos. For the Pluto and Scorpio women who are part of my fractal, they went through a Saturn, Neptune-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn, right? And this was in the 80s, 90s. And this is a disappearance. Where we see Neptune, it dissolves. Saturn in Capricorn is father, right? So a lot of people on my fractal line, a lot of women on my fractal line have this father wound. So how does this manifest? It's like either fearing being controlled or trying to control everything around them to feel safe, including the people in their lives. So this can create anxiety, as you can imagine, in your relationships. And there's a fear of surrender and an inability to trust the true divine masculine in self and others, right? Because your nervous system isn't used to it, a healthy divine masculine. So how this can sound, right? The voice of this wound is father wound is I have to do everything myself. If I let go, everything will collapse. It will fall apart. No one will protect me, so I have to protect myself. And power means control. So you equate power with control. So this is either being controlled by others or you're controlling others around you. So the father wound just isn't about what he did or didn't do, right? It's what you've internalized as a result, right? So this is the fear of being too much, fear of being energetically held, the fear of taking up too much space, right? That's how the father wound speaks in you. And so this new moon, so let me know in the chat if you can relate to this, right? So this new moon is inviting your inner masculine home to come home, not to dominate, but to witness and protect the Empress. And that's your divine feminine within. So the medicine, part of the medicine, is this totem animal, and this is the stag. The stag. And the stag is a totem from the 21st gate. Right, so every 64 gates, each one has an animal. So this is another way to approach the energy, the frequency of this gate is through animal, through archetype, and this bypasses the left brain, right? So you can go right into the right brain to tune into the frequency of the stag. So the stag is majestic, yet grounded, and the stag rules through presence. Through his presence, not aggression. He's the protector of the forest. He holds space. He doesn't dominate. So this is a symbol of sovereignty. His antlers are like a crown, earned through stillness, not conquest. So he's fierce when needed, but he's deeply in tune with the cycles of nature, right? And protects the feminine without trying to control her. That's the stag. So the stag doesn't just let anybody into the sacred grove, right? And neither should you. Okay, so let's go into this channel, right? Because we've got the 21 Mercury activating the 21 with Jupiter in the 45. So this is the channel. So if you know human design, it's called the money channel. Right? But it's not just about money, and it's not just about your material resources. It's much more. So let's go deeper into this channel. And really, this is your Life Force Treasury, your Life Force Treasury channel. So this is about your physical, it's not just about your physical energy, but it's about your sacred currency, right? Like your physical energy is your sacred currency, So your body, so your energy is your currency, your body is your bank, and your voice is your vault, right? So a vault is a secure place, a safe, right? Where you put your treasures and your wealth and your precious items that are protected. And this is your voice. So the vault, if you look at the vault, it has boundaries. It only opens when the right key is offered. So your voice is the gatekeeper of your energy. So every time you speak, you're either opening the vault to release sacred energy, or you're guarding it wisely to conserve and amplify your energy. So what you say, how you say it, and who you say it to, this moves your life force out into the world. So words are like energy transfers. And when you share your truth, you're offering up your energy. You're offering up your wealth, your treasure, your precious items. But when you overshare, like with karmics, because remember, divine feminine, that with karmic relationships, your body contracts, it goes within, it withdraws, it goes into a stress state. Your nervous system is on high alert. And this is a sign that this person is not on your fractal line. Your body doesn't feel safe. But you talk yourself out of it when you listen to your not self. And that's listening to your mind. Right? So what you do with the karmics, because you're on defense, is you overshare. You explain yourself. You defend yourself. You plead. You basically leak all your energy. Right? And let's go to the next part here. Right? So if we look at the microcosm, macrocosm, you can see that there's a lot of fear out in the world about this. Our world's economy is shaking. Right? It's starting to collapse, our world economy. The way that and this is all meant to be. I'm not about making you fearful, but to look at this as the mirror. Okay? So what's this global mirror showing us? Well, the world economy is shaking and starting to collapse. right? Inflation, all that stuff, etc. But the real economy that matters, like that really matters, is your life force treasury. So I'm here to remind you who you really are. You're not just this body. You're not just this mind. You're not here just to survive, pay the bills, make a little life for yourself, a little slice of happiness. No, you're here to spiritually evolve and grow. You're a spiritual being having human experiences. But what happens is people get trapped into the Maya. That's the soul trap. And then you're trapped here, life after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So we need to look at these things in depth now. We can't be looking at it at a surface level. And this is what it means to be spiritual, right? To look beyond what your two eyes, your two physical eyes can see, because there's much more going on. It's like that picture of that famous picture of the iceberg where you just see the tip of it, and then they have a picture of what's the weight of it underneath that you can't see. That's what we have to start looking at, because that's what's truth, right? So the real economy that matters for you is your life force treasury, right? Your life force treasury. So you want to be asking yourself, who controls this? And where are you spending your life force treasury? Are you investing in fear, or are you investing in truth? So this old world ran on fear-based scarcity programs, right? And this is collapsing. And what this does, it contracts your magnetic field. When you invest in fear, you're doing things out of fear. You're afraid to leave that relationship because how will I survive? You're investing in fear. I can't leave that job because how can I make more money? Where's the other job? You're investing in a fear-based scarcity model, right? I can't do that because I'm worried about my health, right? I'll get sick, or I'm limiting myself. You're investing in this, a fear-based scarcity model. But when you tap into your sovereignty, then your magnetic field expands, right? And this is when you're investing in the truth. I'm investing in who I really am, which is I'm an infinite being having finite experiences on this planet Earth, right? You're investing in truth. This expands your magnetic field, right? So you don't want to be trapped in this old world of a fear-based scarcity model, which are most of the people on the planet are here. So the new feminine economy runs on embodied sovereignty. And so Mercury in the 21st gate, right, says you are not powerless, you're not lost, and you're not for sale. You're not for sale. You can't put a dollar amount on you, right? Your life force is your greatest wealth. That's your currency. My life force equals my currency. That's your real currency. That's your real wealth. So this is really about taking back your authority. That's the gift of the 21. You're taking back your authority over your own life. And then what happens? Your true material needs start to follow you. Right? We live in an upside down world. We're chasing these material things outside of us that promise us security and safety and happiness, when it's really inside each one of us. It's inside you, right? And then your material needs follow that. So this is this is Taurus, right? The new moon in Taurus. It's knowing your self-value is within. The vault, the bank. Remember, your body is the bank. Your energy is the currency, and the vault is how you use your words, or not. So, okay. So let's talk about robbery and looting then with this 2145. So how do you get robbed? And I see this so much with the Divine Feminines. How do you get robbed and looted? Well, every unconscious energy leak is a robbery. Every relationship where you overgive, right, without limit, with no balance, there's no give and receive there, equality, is a looting. Every time you betray your body's needs for someone else's comfort, you allow a break into your sacred temple. Whenever your body says, no, I'm not opening my body to this person, and then your mind is like, yes, you better do that because that's a looting, that's a robbery. You're participating in the robbery. It's like you work at the bank and you're allowing the robbers to come in. It's like, come on in, right? That's what you're doing when you do this. So it's really about trusting your body now, right? If your body says no, then your outcomes of your mouth is no. My body does not feel safe right now. That's all you have to say. This is how you use your voice as your vault, and this protects your wealth. This protects your wealth. And as soon as you start adopting all what I'm helping you with and guiding you with as a projector, then the material needs will follow you. Right? So here are some signs that your life force vault is being robbed and looted. Right? Here's the wake-up call for you. You're going through chronic fatigue. You have chronic pain, especially in your heart, lungs, and thyroid. Right? Because the 21 rules the heart and lungs, and the 45 rules the thyroid gland. You've got migraines, adrenal burnout, anxiety, scattered energy. You're mentally foggy. You feel emotionally bankrupt or invisible. You're not even seen or recognized by the other. Right? You have financial instability out in your life. Money's not flowing in. Well, that mirrors your energetic instability. Right? A repressed voice. Your voice is weak. Right? You have thyroid issues, a sore throat, losing your voice, breathing issues, chronic tension in your chest or lungs. These are all your body sirens going off. Robbery, robbery, robbery. The alarm bells are going. That your vault has been breached. Right? These are all signs that it's time to shore up your energy now. Right? So let's go into the next part here. Okay. So silence. Remember, the new moon is in the 24, and the city, the divine gift here, is silence. So silence is your conservation, right? Silence is your conservation. So remember, as the divine feminine, like your body is your power. A weak masculine wants you in your head. The weak masculine wants you in your head and to argue and persuade and manipulate you through logic. That's not your power. Silence is your power, right? This is how you conserve your energy. So you're dropping into the body. That's your anchor. Your anchor point is your body. That's your bank, right? So you're in your body and you're not given a dog and pony show. And the divine feminine has been conditioned to speak, to be accepted and liked, to soothe, to apologize, to explain, to defend, to justify her decisions or why she feels a certain way. You don't do that because you're being hijacked. You're being robbed. Right there, that's a big sign. I'm going through a robbery right now because I'm out of my body and I'm in my head and I'm arguing with a weak masculine. Right? So silence, embrace silence. And your voice controls the flow of your energetic wealth. Just like the vault decides when and how to release what's inside. So the healed feminine, the divine feminine, speaks from sovereignty, right? And not every person gets access to your vibration, to your energy. You decide. And who's deciding is your body is deciding. Your body will decide. And then the thyroid, the gate 45, regulates the body's metabolic energy. So just like your voice regulates your spiritual and material energy. So you want to be embracing this this weekend. Okay, so here's some CTAs, some call to action for the Phoenix Fractal. So, okay, I know a lot of you do not have a divine masculine in your life. Maybe you've got a karmic masculine in your life. As soon as it's karmic, he's weak. He's a weak male. He's a weak masculine. So it's time for you to wake up your divine masculine. Remember, we have both energies within us, and the divine feminine wants to be wants a container, and the container is the divine masculine. So here's some things that you can do. And you can take a screenshot of this if you're on your phone. You want to speak as the inner father would to your inner girl, your inner child, your girl, right? So place one hand on your heart and say, I will never leave you again. And you are safe to soften. You can soften. Divine feminine wants to soften. You want to call in the archetype of the stag. This is the sacred masculine, is the stag. So you want to visualize a great stag walking behind you on your path, right? Wherever you're going out in the world, you're going grocery shopping, you're going out with friends, you got a stag, right? Your stag is with you. And let the stag hold your field. Let him stand guard around you, protecting your energy. And this builds the energetic container for the real masculine. Not these weak masculines that have been orbiting around you, looting and robbing you, but the real masculine to come to meet you in frequency. And then here's some journal prompts. What would your inner masculine, your inner divine masculine, say to you today if he loved you unconditionally? What would he say? And where in your life do you still believe that you need somebody else to keep you safe? Right? I need that weak masculine to keep me safe. I need that weak masculine to take care of me. You're getting robbed and looted, right? You're getting manipulated. So you want to let this go. You want to bring in this divine masculine energy for yourself this weekend through silence, and a deep, deep awareness of your body. And then you want to embrace your sovereignty. And what is sovereignty? I use that word a lot. Like, what's the meaning of it? Well, it's supreme authority over yourself. You're taking responsibility for yourself. You're not outsourcing. Well, I need that person to do this for me and that for me. It's like, no, I have supreme authority over myself. You have the right and the power to rule over your own energy, your own body, your own mind, and your life. You have the power and the right, divine right, to rule over your own life without needing permission from anyone else, right? So you want to self-rule without external control. So just bring this in. Just bring in this frequency this weekend, right? And then see how your body starts to change, right? And this the divine feminine rules the body, and the divine masculine is about the spine, right? It's about the spine, having an erect, straight spine, right? That's the divine masculine. And so the divine feminine within you is very creative, right? Very, very creative, but needs that container, needs that protection. So your body says, no, I don't feel safe right now. My body is close to this person, and maybe this person is pressuring you for sex or something like that. Then this is when your divine masculine comes out, right? In archetype. So imagine the stag is with you, and then you use your voice and you set a boundary. That's divine masculine energy with a straight spine, right? Okay, so just a reminder that the Awakening the Divine Feminine online retreat happens May 16th to the 18th, and the theme is going to be Lilith Rising. So we'll be working a lot with Lilith this weekend. We'll be working with the feminine wound, right? And then looking at Lilith in your chart. We'll be looking at your chart too, and doing lots of Kundalini yoga meditations and some yoga and somatic trauma release exercises and lots of teachings and time to share, and just a deep, deep experience to really bring you into your power, divine feminine. And this is like embracing your Lilith. And this is the part of you that's been exiled and buried for lifetimes. Okay, so go check out my website to learn more about the retreat. People have started signing up, which is great, and it will be a limited number of people, women, not just people, women. Okay, so let's go into to the readings. So we'll start off with the fractal line reading. I just want to make this a little bit bigger so that you can see it. Because a lot of you watch this on your phone. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so this is about your Life Force Treasury. Your Life Force Treasury, and if you're popping on here, like, go watch the beginning of the video. And so what does the fractal need to know to restore their Life Force Treasury and reclaim their sovereign authority this weekend? This is for this weekend. Well, the Ace of Pentacles, which is great, right? Because Taurus is an earth sign. And this is an earth sign. So this is a new material foundation, a seed of something real and tangible, security that's being offered. So the divine is offering you a new beginning, right? Not just spiritual, but in the body, the finances, your health, and your energy field. But this seed must be protected. And this is why you need the stag energy, right? You need the divine masculine energy to protect, right? Protect this seed. It won't grow if it's in the wrong environment, right? If it's in a hostile environment or a leaky environment, right? But that starts with you. It starts with your temple, which is your body. And so I want you to follow my guidance that I've given you, my CTAs, right, for this weekend, so that it can grow. It can grow this new material foundation. And then you got the Page of Cups reversed. And so this is it's a page, right? So this is saying that you're emotionally vulnerable to the looters and the robbers in your life, and the people, the energies that are draining you, and the obligations that are draining you, the responsibilities that aren't yours draining you. And so this is your inner child. The Page of Cups is your inner child. Wants to trust, right? But their Life Force Treasury is too sacred to be left unguarded right now. So there can be naivete here, right? So it's like, you want to trust, I want to trust, but you don't want to be naive. It's time to bring out your divine masculine and to protect this, right? And then your inner child can come out when she feels like she's being protected by the divine masculine energy, right? And then you've got the Eight of Swords upright. So the biggest block, right, for you, divine feminines, is that you can't change. You can't change things. Like, you're just stuck in this situation. And this is all about, has nothing to do with reality. It's all mental. It's all in your mind. So this is fear and guilt and people pleasing that keeps you tied to karmic relationships, your karmic relationships that you're in right now, and karmic dynamics that you're in right now. And this is your vault is still being robbed with the Eight of Swords here, still being robbed. That's your block. And the block is in your mind. You can't change. You can change. But it starts with you, internal change. And then you've got the Ten of Swords. And this is complete energetic depletion, Ten of Swords. It's karmic collapse, and it's time to end the cycle. It's time to end this, right, permanently. So you've been hitting the energetic rock bottom, right? And giving away your life force without protection, So the old version of you must die. This old version of you must die. This is like the learned helplessness, the conditioning of the wounded feminine. Somebody else will protect me. Somebody else will take care of me in the material realm. And this part of you has to die now, right? And it could be deep, right? Because it's connected to that inner child, because maybe you're compensating. It's like, what is he talking about? I take care of myself and I do everything. But your inner child is in there wishing and hoping that somebody come and notice them and choose them and save them, right? That has to go, right? That has to go. It has to end. Because that's what's going to be manifesting the people in your life. This is when your inner child is running the show, and your inner child is picking the partners, not you. And they're picking trauma, right? They're picking what's familiar to them. What's familiar to my nervous system is to be stressed and neglected and, not loved, not noticed, not seen, right? So it's time to end this. This is what this card is saying. So the old version of you must die, so the powerhouse can come up to surface. Right now it's blocked, right? The self-empowered feminine, the divine feminine can't rise right now with this. So this is a deep, deep let go, and it's painful, but it's final, right? Because it's a 10. It's a 10 of swords. So this matches your death in reverse here. Right underneath, trying to happen, but it's being resisted. You're resisting this change. You're resisting this change. So the anchor card here is the Queen of Swords reversed with the death underneath, right? And so this is, you haven't been protecting your boundaries because she's upside down, right? You're not speaking clean truth, right? You're beating around the bush. You're being indirect, right? This is like you're not protecting yourself, and you're allowing others to drain you without any consequences. They're just draining you and you're not saying anything. You're being the doormat, basically, here. So death reverse says you're resisting the necessary transformation because of fear. Well, fearing the unknown. Well, if I let go of this, then what's there for me? There's so much uncertainty. I'm not letting go because I'm attached. Right? I'm karmically attached to this person. I don't want to let go of these karmic dynamics. Or you feel guilty, right? Or you feel guilty. So this is the message here is if you don't step into clear sovereign boundaries now, then the energetic and material leak will continue, right? So what I talked about, remember the signs of you're getting robbed and looted, like money problems, health problems, no energy, those kinds of, they will continue. You'll be in the loop again. And remember, this new moon is about getting out of the loop. It's in the 24th gate, right? It's about getting out of these mental loops, and that's that 8 of Swords. So this is a weekend. It's a portal for you to say no. Remember, no more. No more. I'm done with this dynamic. No more silent suffering. No more unguarded giving. And no more negotiating. No more negotiating. It's time to claim your power this weekend. Okay, so this is saying that just a summary here. So you're standing at something new, the threshold, the precipice of something really new, right? And it's connected to the material realm. It's like real. It's not a fantasy, right? And this is that's yours. It's your divine right to receive this. But if you keep handing over the keys, the Page of Cups reversed, to those people that loot and diminish your field and don't recognize you, don't value you, don't respect you, then you're going to stay trapped in this 8 of Swords and continue in these cycles of depletion. Crash, crash, rock bottom, build yourself up again, crash, 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 up again, crash, crash, crash. The cycles of your life force energy going up and down, up and down, up and down. So the Queen of Swords must rise. She must reclaim her throne, right? She must stop explaining and defending or bleeding her power away. And the new moon says you have to release what's dying, what has no energy, and what's just taking from me, right? I'm keeping it alive with my life force energy, but it's dead. It's dying. It's gone. So that your true self-sovereignty can rise and be born, right? Okay, so you want to reclaim your voice and your boundaries and end the energy theft cycle here. And it's just all in your mind why you can't do this. And you want to guard your emotional vault. And this is the seed. The seed's being offered to you. The opportunity's being offered to you this weekend. So grab it. Take it. Right? Take it. Grab it, grab it, grab it. This opportunity. Remember that you're a spiritual being having human experiences. Okay. So what we'll go next to is, what do we got next? We'll go to the twin flames. Okay. So there's the twin flames. And what do the cards have to tell the twin flames? Okay. Let's have some water here. So the question here is, where are you leaking your energy, twin flame? Where are you leaking your energy, force? And this is needing external validation, needing the applause, somebody else to applaud and validate you. The desire to be seen and recognized and celebrated by your twin flame and other people, like, you know, will they notice me? Will they value me? Will they see my value? Is causing you to be energetically vulnerable. So trying to win the approval of others outside of yourself, right? Trying to get all that outside of yourself. Tell me that I'm worth, that I have self-value. Tell me how I helped you, right? Tell me, like my posts. Give me lots of likes. Right? This is draining your life force treasury, twin flame. And the message is you don't need their eyes on you to be worthy. You must crown yourself, the Six of Wands in this position. So what part of your treasury needs immediate protection? And this is Seven of Wands reversed, right? And this is the protect your boundaries. It's about protecting your boundaries, especially against subtle spiritual and emotional invasion, right? Invaders, right? So right now, many are lowering their guard because of fatigue, right? You're tired. You feel guilty, or you think that you're being compassionate, but you're not. You're letting energetic interference drain you here. So the message here is to it gets breached, right? Your treasury gets breached. You're getting robbed when you stop standing up for yourself, because it's reversed, right? If you stop standing up for yourself, twin flame. And so you want to reinforce your sacred no. So what must die for the true union? And the true union, twin flame, is always with yourself first, is the Five of Pentacles reversed. So this identity of abandonment and lack must die. Because you can see her here, right? Like the door, there's the door right there, and there's light and there's wealth, there's pentacles there, but she's outside of that. The door is open if you just look around. So this is all in your head and how you're perceiving, right? How you're perceiving. So what you want to do is let go of this identity that you've built. I always get left behind. I always get abandoned, right? That has to go. And the unconscious belief is I'm alone, I'm left behind, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. This must collapse fully, else it's going to just magnetize more of this scarcity, more deprivation, more experiences of people leaving you. So the message is you're not in exile, you're not unworthy, you are clearing your vault for something holier, for something that can match you. Right? So to look at it like that, if there's people in your life that they just go, they always leave me, this is God's protection, right? God's protection. When you're rejected by others, it means they're not aligned with you anymore, right? So Let them go, let them go. And then that allows the ones, the real ones that are on your fractal code to come to you. So what's the next step to stabilize your life force treasury? Is the Queen of Swords reversed with the Seven of Cups. And this is about cutting through illusion and name the truth and end this self-deception. So Queen of Swords reverse shows a suppressed voice, blurred boundaries, and emotional confusion. And then the Seven of Cups says stop living in dreams and fantasies, or wishful, like wishful projections. So this is about discernment, right? That's gonna bring your energy and your power back. And this is speaking the truth no matter how uncomfortable it is, especially to yourself. I got to get real now. I have to get real now about my life and not be in fantasy anymore. And then what's the new frequency that my twin flame connection is inviting me to embody? Right? So what's the twin flame connection, whether you're with them or not, or you see them or not? What's this twin flame connection teaching you here? Inviting you to embody. And this is death reversed. So embody surrender. This is to surrender in order to transform and stop resisting what is trying to evolve. So death reverse says that you're in the doorway, but you're afraid to fully step into the new life, the new timeline. But union can't rise while the old karma is still clinging to you. So the message is the let it die. Let it compost. Let it die. Let this old timeline die. And true union is born only after the old attachments dissolve. Right? So this is like the overall message for the Divine Feminine Twin is you can't anchor true union while you're still chasing external validation. You're still outside. You're looking outside of yourself for that. And then you're leaking your energy through poor boundaries or clinging to old wounds of lack and scarcity. So this weekend you're being asked to do the hard but divine thing, which is to cut cords and the illusions, stabilize your life force treasury. Death is not the end. Death is your vault, right? Resetting itself, like new security codes, basically, here. So from the compost, true love can rise. Not from deprivation, not from a sense of lack, but a sense of wholeness, right? So you're becoming whole this weekend. If you choose, right? If you choose. Okay, and then... let's see. Okay, let's go to the human design types, and let's start off with the projectors. Let's start off with the projectors. So 2-card pull for the projectors. So what is this saying here? So how can you restore your treasury, right? Your energy back here. So you've got the 5 of Swords and 6 of Wands reversed. So this is energetic conflict, power struggles, and losing battles. So this is saying, projector, that you're leaking energy by engaging in conflict dynamics that can't be won. Either trying to prove your value. I'm going to prove to them that I have value. I'm going to make them recognize me, right? Or I'm going to over-explain my worth, right? Get out my CV and start listing my achievements, right? So that in order that they validate me. So or trying to fix broken relationships or systems. So every argument, every forced victory drains your vault. So you must walk away from people, environments, or mental loops where winning isn't actually possible. And it's not worth it. You want to choose your battles. Projectors are smart like that. You'll know what's worthy of a battle or not, right? And then you've got the 6 of Wands reversed. And this is false validation. It's public failure illusions. Fear of not being recognized. And so this is saying that your true success won't come from winning or attention or approval. It will come from your own quiet sense of wholeness within yourself. Succeeding by not needing external recognition to validate your path. So you don't need to win every battle, projector, and some victories are traps in disguise. So walk away from anything that costs you your peace. It's not worth it. It's very empowering to do that. Like, just bite your tongue and walk away, right? Walk away in dignity. And this is going to preserve your energy, right? Consolidate your energy and amplify your energy as a projector. So the recognition you will seek will only come from when you no longer need to like bleed from it, basically, right? Twist yourself into a pretzel for it. That's when true recognition comes. Remember, you have to recognize yourself first as a projector. So you want to walk away clean. And all your victories, they're not external. They're internal. They're internal. Okay, so you have to stop fighting to be seen and instead stand tall and stand whole. And then this will invite your true fractal in. Okay. And then let's go for the MGs, manifesting generators. And this is a 2-card pull here. And what's this saying? 8 of Wands reversed and the 9 of Swords reversed. So this is energetic overload. This has been leaking your energy, MGs. Scattered direction. You're all over the place. There's blocked forward motion. You're not moving. So this is you're moving too fast, but you're not really getting anywhere, right? And you're moving too fast and you don't have energetic boundaries. And this is scattering your life force. So this would be like saying yes to everything when you should be saying, when your body is clearly saying no to some things, right? You're saying yes to everything. Maybe to be distracting yourself too during this time. So this is a desperate urge to get somewhere, but it's based on external pressures. It's not about your alignment within yourself. So it's telling you to slow down, MG, slow down, and filter and protect your speed by discerning where your energy is actually supposed to go, right? And then you've got the 9 of Swords here as the anchor. So this is subconscious anxiety, nighttime fear, leaks happening through your mental and emotional turmoil and crises. And then many of you, right, are spending your life force worrying and regretting or trying to fix situations that aren't yours to carry. You're trying to fix everybody else's problems, right? So this creates an energetic bankruptcy. You're overdraft, right? You're waking up tired, bad sign for the MG, right? You're waking up tired. And you're feeling mentally and physically drained, right? So your message here is that your speed is sacred. Your speed is sacred. So slow down to reclaim your path. And not every invitation deserves your energy. Not every project deserves your energy. Not every person deserves your energy. So take a pause. Go into your sacral. Check your body. Right? Clear your mind, anchor your breath, and then make your decisions from this kind of slowed down place where you're in your body, you're anchored in the body. So the vault of your life force must be guarded from frantic thoughts and false urgencies. False urgencies. So this is about protecting your pace and slowing down to secure your vault because you're getting robbed and looted here. Okay. And then let's go for the Manifestas. The Manifestors. And this is the 6 of Cups reversed. And there's that Queen of Swords again. Queen of Swords reversed. She's shown up a few times here. So this is saying, Manifestors, that you're tied to the past. There's emotional entanglements. There's inner child wounds that are still influencing your energy. So you're being shown that nostalgia and old attachments and unconscious loyalties are leaking your life force. So then you may be trying to initiate or force new directions while carrying old emotional debts or memories, and this weakens your clarity. So to move forward cleanly, the emotional past must be released. And then you've got this as the anchor, the Queen of Swords reversed. This is clouded boundaries. It's unspoken truths. It's emotional confusion that's clouding your clear authority. And this Queen, she's showing that your leadership is compromised when you don't speak clearly, even to yourself first. So you may stay entangled in these sentimental illusions, and you lose your cutting edge here. So the message here is to release the past that's taking your energy, and your sovereignty, your authority is sacred. So you want to speak the truth that cuts the old cords, even if your own heart is like, no, 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 no. Only clean energy can move through you, right, into your true leadership. So this is cutting cords of the past, getting out that sword, right, the Queen of Swords sword of truth, cut the cords of the past and lead from clear truth. Okay. And then let's go for the generators. The generators. And so you've got the Knight of Cups generators. This is how to bring your life force energy back, how to protect it this weekend. So this is moving towards dreams and beauty and love, but still needing discernment. You still need discernment. So generators, you're being invited to reconnect with your true heart's desires, but to do so from a place of wholeness, not fantasy or escapism. So there's a sacred pull towards romance, creativity, spiritual fulfillment, but you must be clear that the offering is real and not a projection. So you want to follow the heart, but carry your treasury key with you close to you. Don't be so quick to give the key away to someone else. And then you've got the Sun, the happiest card in the deck, as the anchor, and this is joy, clarity, vitality, truth, illumination. So this says your true vitality will be restored when you act from clear joy and childlike trust, not wounded hope or distorted savior, I'm going to save that person, I'm going to fix that person pattern. So you want to follow what lights up your heart and not what depletes you. Your joy is your true wealth. Your joy is your true wealth, and your happiness is not a luxury. It's the compass back to your power. So to really bring in joy into your life right now. So pursue the joy that sustains you. All right? So this is about letting your heart lead. Your heart lead. Not by rescuing others, not by chasing illusions, but honoring where your life force naturally wants you to flow. That's awesome. And then we have the Reflectors to finish it off. And they got some interesting cards. And they got the Lovers cards last time too, I believe. So Lovers reversed in this position is misaligned choices. Energetic entanglement with relationships or communities that no longer reflect your truth, right? Because it's upside down. So reflectors are feeling fragmented because they're tied into dynamics that are out of resonance with them. They're not aligned with you, right? So relationships where your life force is split, drained, or compromised. And so you must choose yourself, right? Even if that means leaving behind bonds that were once deeply trusted. It's time to choose you. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this is a lack of true collaboration with the people in your life. So you got to go solo now to rebuild, right? So whoever you've been building with and creating with, they're not aligned with you. So it's time to walk away and go solo. If that resonates with you, of course. So the anchor shows that your current team or surroundings may not be able to support your sacred path anymore. You've outgrown them. So it's okay for you, reflector, to step back and rebuild your life force alone, choosing quality, right? Quality over who's familiar, right? So not every partnership is meant to continue, and your life force demands purity now. So choose yourself, even if it means standing alone for a while. And true allies will rise to meet you when you become whole, right? When you become whole. A whole reflector. Okay. So that's what I have here. And just a reminder, you can follow me on Instagram, Telegram, and then my YouTube community channel. I missed a few days actually this week. I usually post every day, but I've been doing quite a few readings. And I do readings as well, so you can check that on my website. And of course, the Awakening the Divine Feminine, to just get you in the fires of transformation for this year, 2025. And so keep that in mind. There's lots more information on my website, and really tune into yourself if this is aligned with you or not. And if it is, then please sign up. Okay, so have a great weekend this weekend. There should be lots of, you just got activated with this knowledge, with this information. So some deep transformational opportunities are possible for you. Okay, so have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Okay, so namaloha, everybody. Bye-bye.